What do we got? We got ourselves Team Bull Red. We're gonna start with the red with House Shadow. We got Kane, we got Lucron leading the charge, going up first with P-Blood in the back and Ribs. P-Blood. They're playing that Outlaw? No, that looks like Sub. Demoniac on the other team leading that, with Execution going up first as a Fury Warrior. We're just looking, trying to go for a bit of an auto duel. On his team, we also got Gladius, we got True Savage, and Vendetta. Lots of rogues on Team Blue, while we got plenty of variety on Team Red. Good luck and have fun, everybody. Lucron is going to hopefully have a little bit of easier time than with an Arcane Mage. Being Demonology Warlock has been a little bit tough this patch, I would say. But hopefully, I feel like with Demonology, basically just got to go for more CC setups and just use Tyrant a lot more, right? If you can get a person out in the open, lock him down, get a fat Tyrant up and running, but like, the Tyrant is only as good as the amount of imps you have, so that can be tough. Trying to go for a Fear into Execution, not looking like it's going to happen. Trying to cast a Demon Bolt into his face, but it's going to get hit with a Fear. Lots of CC coming out of Execution as he's going to ramp up the damage with that Recklessness. While coming out for Lucron very early as he has himself a double-handed Gul'dan. It looks like the Tyrant might be coming out. Chicken coming out of Execution, second Chicken to follow. Tyrant is out with a Horror Effect running in the other direction. Does he stick around or does he run away? Choosing to either stick around or go. Actually charges to the Tyrant for a second. Maledict rolling into Execution is going to go for Enrage Regeneration. He's actually pressured by the full team Tyrant, team enemy, team demons. So it's actually not a bad idea to go for Enrage Regeneration. Actually counter the Tyrant completely. Going to be a lock gateway for Lucron. Does he have a leap? Leap and charge do connect. Lucron needs to get a little bit extra healing. Does increase his own health pool as well as using a Warlock Hellstone, I believe, in order to outlive his damage. Execution is just being relentless though, not giving Lucron a second chance. Lucron is playing the Breath build right now, which does quite a bit of damage. Execution baking out of that Fear with a Zerka's Rage. Lucron's health dipping quite low. Execute range is available. Horror Effect is going to run him out in the other direction with a Fear to follow. Drain life not going to be enough. Execution is back on top of Lucron. Reflect available for our Warlock friend, but looks like Execute is going to meet him in just a second, and down he goes. It's very unfortunate how that went down. Execution trying to catch a little bit of that first aid right before Rip's coming in here to rip him apart. The Warrior's now gonna have I don't have a good. It's just gonna get it turned around on him. The disadvantage is gonna be in his court as a Maledict and the dots and the bleeds and the procs. And oh my god. Wow, he went from a fight where he was just destined to win to a fight he's destined to lose just like that. How the fates turn. Demoniac swapping out to a Wound Poison immediately upon seeing Ribs is going to hit him with a Kidney Shot, forcing out a Trinket out of the Feral quite early. Evasion available for Demoniac as Ribs does pop a wall, and that's going to be quite a bit of that System Shock, slowing down Ribs, not letting him go anywhere at all. He can't find line of sight whatsoever. It's going to be a Blood of Rachel for Demoniac. Don't know if he was trying to take Thorns off of Ribs or not. That is going to be Vendetta already used onto Ribs. I feel like Demoniac could have maybe held off that Vendetta for later. But that's going to be a full reset for our Assassination Rogue friend with a sap and a full kidney. If Demoniac has himself quite good amount of damage with those Crucibles, that could be huge. Actually going to slap Rips with a Crucible and then run out of there immediately with a Vanish, letting the dots kind of melt him, and that's going to be a sap just to stop him from healing for a second while Thorns are up and running. Rips might have used Thorns a little bit early. Probably should have waited until the Rogue was actually on top of him to force cooldowns, but Ribs recovering quite a bit of health, having to use Crucibles defensively just to do that, but a perfect opportunity for him to finally maybe get some damage onto Demoniac. Gonna be a turnaround with Demoniac. Shadow Step, Kidney Shot onto Ribs, does get the dots and is looking like he wants to catch a bit of a reset. Ribs should be dispelling those poisons before popping Regrowth every single time, because that Wound Poison is just going to make the value of the heals that much lower. Gonna be a Crucible from downtown, but Demoniac, I see, is trying to see if he can close the gap with Ribs for a second. Is going to try to see if he can keep Rips out in the open. It's going to be Garrote. Rips popping a bear for him. Pre-wall, actually. Oh, no, pre-bear onto that Kidney Shot. That's going to be a massive Twilight Beam coming down for Demoniac. But still trying to see if he can maybe be able to get scot-free away from Rips. Doesn't want to make sure he doesn't have any dots on him. Maybe get a sap onto Rips. No! As he went for a global to suppress the Smoke Bomb. He couldn't quite stop the Pharaoh's opener. That's going to be a full stun Rake with the full bleeds up and running. Demoniac does not have evasion for this one. Kidney Shot into Ribs. Does he have any more damage? Actually, fully DR'd. Kidney Shot is going to be really bad. Maledict, I think, rolling onto Ribs right now. No. Looks like it's not Mally. Looks like maybe Mally by Rips onto Demoniac, but he's gonna Cloak of Shadows out of that and try to see if he can bail away. But still, that's so many procs. Rips, what'd you just proc him on? Oh my god, I don't know what happened. Demoniac had 25% health, I think he just didn't. Instant trinket for Rips off of that sab by Vendetta. I don't know if that was a good idea. He just bear formed his ASAP demon pretty well as damage. I don't know if you really wanted to trinket that, but that was a ballsy move, Cotton. Let's see, it pays off. Finally able to get some dots into Vendetta, maybe? Is he able to? Might be able to. Vendetta still keeping Rips super low. Rips trying to see if he can get himself a little bit of healing. Bastard to Vendettas, they're real low. Even if you evasion right now, the bleed's already there. Try to DFA down onto Rips. He's going to get himself a regrowth. I think that was a miss kick by the Rogue. And that's going to be Kindred Shot. Rogue still has evasion. Might be able to take Rips down either way. The bleeds are not enough. Rips does get himself just a little bit extra healing blind onto Rips while Thorns are up and running. Vendetta is going to go for a Crucible defensively. Rips needs to pop bear form immediately. Not going to be able to. Still, Thorns are up and running. Vendetta, this is your game to lose. I feel like the Rogue has the advantage. Cheap shotting, DRing his opener. Now it went from a winnable game to, I think, the most unwinnable situation as Rips is going to pop back into cat form. Couple bites into Vendetta. Cloak of Shadows maybe a little bit too late. Just needs a little more bleed damage. Does get himself a concoction. Rips needs to find himself some heals immediately. Crucible goes out onto Rips. Vendetta might have another stun available. You should, but looks like maybe the bite seals the deal, and down goes the Rogue. That's gonna be Gal just tried to min-max the damage, actually beat a Paladin through that revenge trait or revenge passive. When an ally around you dies, you actually take less damage and do more, and you tried to maximize the damage off of that. Still could not find a kill onto Rips. I'm hoping that nobody gave Rips a Crucible just now. By the way, blind by the Paladins, he tries to chase after Rips, and Rips is going to get himself a regrowth. I really don't hope that it was Rips that gave himself a Crucible, right, boys? I'm hoping this wasn't like the DK or anybody. Because this is a 1v1 duel. Just letting you guys know. I just want to make sure. We're going to go and continue this duel like it was Rips the one that healed himself. Just saying. I might have to look back through the footage. But Rips does find himself a re-stealth, a much deserved, a much needed re-stealth after being barraged by all those players, all those rogues back to back. Barely anybody giving him a chance to even catch a break for a second. Full Mally stacked up onto Gouges, and Rips does juke behind Gouges to avoid the Shield of Vengeance while wings are up and running for the Paladin. They are taking a little bit of blood damage for now, but still doing a-okay. It's going to have to go for a little bit of flash of light. What Mog is this? What is this? It's like... you got the helm of Nazath, you got like the armor pants, and you got just a shirt. I don't understand. But he's going to try to get Rips out in the open. Doesn't let him catch a full set, reset opener bleeds. But that's going to be Thorns for Rips. Second set of wings coming out for Gouges. Mid along wings. He's going to have to bubble this. Rips actually doing pretty good on health. Gouges, does he have enough to actually stop him? Might want to go for self-healing immediately. Flashlights are coming out as soon as he gets a moment. And I think Rips actually might be able to come back. He does have True Savage to get through, so that's yet another Rogue. Looks like it's either sub or assassination. Either way, that's going to be pretty tough for him to deal with. Gouge is getting reopened on by Rips. Perfect opportunity for him to set up his bleeds. It's going to be trinket out of the Paladin. So Rips is going to bail out for a second. Might even let the DRs fall off and try again to make sure he got a full big bleed. Still a Blessing of Protection available for Gouges. The better use it early. The earlier you use your Blessing of Protection, the better, because it won't make a difference for you to use it while you're low health. Another reopener coming out for Rips. It is going to be slightly DR, but still got quite a big amount of bleeds. I don't think he's even trying to go for bleeds. He just tried to get big bites onto Gouges, trying not to give him a reason to put up bleeds. And you know what? He's so used to everybody not giving him a moment of reset. You're just gonna attract True Savage. He's gonna be like, you know what? I want to make sure the Rogue doesn't get any advantage, because so far, if I want to win, I need to just, you're next. You gotta be playing anyway. Hop on. That's gonna be huge damage onto True Savage while evasion is up and running. Does evasion even do anything for this Pharaoh? It looks like Rips is the champion for this duel. Why? You're the champion. You know what? You're allowed to do whatever you want. If you want to put your head behind his legs because it's what you're comfortable with, you're more than welcome to. You're the champion. You're the king. You get to do whatever you want to. Rips ripping everybody apart. Quite a bit of healing from this man. And then again, like, what's how much pressure he's going to put on? He's not going to survive if he doesn't have that much healing, right?